Hey, True Believers, England here with another episode of Top 10 Comic Books Sold to Readers. This is the list that people are buying. Comicron tells you what the shops are ordering, and this one is what people are walking out of those shops with. After we look at the hard copy countdown, we're going to go over to Comixology and see who wins the digital week. Is it Marvel? Is it DC? Is it Independence? Yeah, I know. I always tell the same joke. It's never the independents. Now, these are the shops that have participated. So if you're in their area, stop by, say hi, maybe buy something. And, of course, don't forget to support your own local comic book shop. This comes from Bleeding Cool, so take it with a grain of salt if you have to. It's up to you. But I say, why not? Let's get this party started. Starting off the countdown at number 10 is Venom number 15. Whoa, surprising us by being in the countdown 2 weeks in a row, we have Walking Dead 192. At number 8 is Superman number 12. Coming in at number 7 is Spider-Man Life Story number 4, the 90s. At number 6 we have Batman Detective Comics 1005. In the number 5 spot we have Amazing Spider-Man number 23. Coming in at number 4 is The Immortal Hulk, number 19. In the number 3 spot is Silver Surfer Black, number 1. And the runner-up in the number 2 spot is Event Leviathan, number 1. And in the number 1 spot is The Batman Who Laughs, number 6. Wow, Walking Dead, number 192 in the countdown for 2 weeks in a row. I can't say this never happened. I think the Battlewang ended up in the countdown 2 weeks in a row. I just don't remember really clearly. I can't say it never happened, but I know it's very rare that a comic book is in the top 10 2 weeks in a row. So congratulations. The death of Rick Grimes. It's a very important issue. Marvel won. You know, I'm a DC guy, so it hurts me to say. But they had 5. You had at number 10 Venom. You have 7 Spider-Man Life Story, which you should be reading. At number 5, 4, and 3, they owned the top 5 almost with Amazing Spider-Man, Immortal Hulk, and Silver Surfer Black. But the 1 and 2 spot is DC, Batman Who Laughs, and Event Leviathan. So definitely DC lost by numbers, but they didn't go down without a fight, and that's for sure. But that's what I have to say about the hard copy countdown. Let's go over and see what the shops have to say about this week. The weekly bestseller list at FFF this week leads with a book that came out last week, with Walking Dead 192 taking the top spot once again. I'm a little surprised it's still at the top, but I'm confident that we'll see it on the top 10 for a few more weeks to come. For books that did actually come out this week, Event Leviathan is starting strong. It's weird that an event that was built up in a Superman book has more Batman action in it, but it was a solid read, and I think it'll hold its numbers well. Silver Surfer Black also had a strong start. Another book on its second week that outsold most new books was Deceased number 2. People are loving the book, and the gorgeous variant covers definitely help. Between 3 covers, Deceased 2 outsold the new Amazing Spider-Man by 12 issues. It even outsold Immortal Hulk, which has been a strong seller since issue number 1. I am behind in my comics, so I haven't read Deceased number 2. I just was surprised that when we did the nominations, when we were picking nominations for the Gabby Awards for Worst Comic Books of 2019, my friend Maranya was really pushing Deceased. She is not a fan, so it's kind of fun to hear how people are reacting to this book. You know, it really does seem to be a polarizing issue. How many laughs does Batman laugh when the Batman Who Laughs laughs? Enough to lead sales and earn the 7th issue in late July, apparently. So listen, I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel here for title-related goofs, and I cannot poke fun at it. I'd been holding on to Batman Who Laughed as last for this originally scheduled last issue, but alas, it'll have to be postponed. Anyway, in the spirit of actual sales commentary, DC took the lion's share this week with 5 titles in our top 10, leaving Marvel with 4 and Image with 1. Event Leviathan was successful as expected, with Superman's numbers up in tandem with it. Silver Surfer Black did okay, not quite as well as it could have done. A lot of the attraction to the title seems to stem from both the quirky character and Donny Cates' writing, but Trad Moore's art seems to be divisive, with people either loving it or hating it. Sonata #1 also enjoyed a strong start, the first strong launch Image has had in our store in a long time. I have to admit, and I've said a couple of things on Twitter to him, but Donnie Cates was talking about how he hasn't been nominated for an Eisner. And he makes me like a character or like the stories about a character I don't like, and that's Venom. So the man deserves the accolades. Sold almost half of our Immortal Hulk #19 within the first day. Event Leviathan comparatively underperformed despite the all-star team of Bendis and Maleev. Silver Surfer Black almost sold out within the first day. Spider-Man Life Story continues to be a solid choice for old fans and newcomers alike. Now, I have not yet read the issue, but as far as like Superstar Team and you put out the name of Bendis, I'm wondering when the rest of the world's going to realize what a lot of us have discovered already, is that Bendis has joined the overrated. Seriously, overrated and underperforming. That would be Bendis to me these days. A 5-5 split this week between Marvel and DC, but Marvel took the top 2 slots with Immortal Hulk and Spider-Man Life Story. Event Leviathan #1 came in a solid 3rd place, but that's not the performance we, or DC, I suspect, had hoped for, considering this title's prominence in DC's publishing plan for the next few months. Once again, Superman failed to make our top 10 at all. A disappointing change, but one that seems to reflect the new norm for Superman sales in our market. Okay, maybe there is more than just us realizing that Brian Michael Bendis is over the hill at this point. Not age-wise, but I'm trying to say overrated. Anywho, yeah, I used to look at things and go, oh, okay, yeah, Brian Michael Bendis, he's decent enough, I guess. You know, he's never been amazing to me, but at least decent. Nowadays, I actively fear for characters that he is being put on. Anyway, that's what the comic shops have to say about the week in hard copy countdown and their sales. So let's go on over to Comixology, the world's largest digital comic book shop, and see who wins the digital week. Is it Marvel? Is it DC? It's going to be one of those two. At number 10, we have Wonder Woman #72. Coming in at number 9 is Silver Surfer Black #1. Spider-Man Life Story #4 comes in at number 8. Coming in at number 7, The Flash, #72. At number 6, we have The Amazing Spider-Man, #23. In the number 5 spot, The Immortal Hulk, #19. At number 4 is Batman Detective Comics, #1005. At number 3, we have Superman, #12. In the runner-up position at number 2, we have The Batman Who Laughs, #6. And in the number 1 position is Event Leviathan, #1. A little reversal of fortune when you go digital. You have 6 for DC and 4 for Marvel. At number 10 was Wonder Woman. 7 was The Flash. At number 4, 3, 2, and 1, we had Detective Comics, Superman, Batman Who Laughs, and Event Leviathan. They flat out owned the top 5 this time around, with only Immortal Hulk representing Marvel Comics. Here's something that just popped into my brain. Actually, it's been there a couple of times when I'm doing this. It's the difference between buying digital and hard copy. Now, when you're buying the hard copy, there's a few factors. Of course, there's readers. Everybody, you know, we're comic book readers. But there's also the factor of collectability and just, hey, I want that cover. I mean, you know, you see a good Archam cover, yeah, you want it, maybe frame it. You don't really read Supergirl, but hey, that's an awesome cover. Let's buy the Supergirl issue. And that could be motivation for buying a hard copy. But when you're buying digital, it's to read, because there is no resale value. You know, and you can pull the cover off of Google Images. So it just seems like if you're buying digital. So what does that say about the winners and losers as far as this countdown is concerned? I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking too much about it, but that just popped into my head a couple of times. This is not really anything I've thought too heavily about. Maybe it's a video for down the road or something like that. Anyway, like I said, DC Comics does own that top 5, but we know it's, you know, they kind of won the week just for that. But we know when I expand this, it goes to Marvel, usually. We're going to find out. I'm fingers are crossed that it's going to be a DC win this week. Let's find out. At number 11 is Batman and the Outsiders number 2. It is now DC 7, Marvel 4. At number 12, we have Star Wars Vader Dark Visions number 5. It is DC 7, Marvel 5. At number 13, we have Justice League Odyssey number 10. It's now DC 8, Marvel 5. Coming in at number 14 is Supergirl number 31. It is now DC 9, Marvel 5. At number 15 is Age of X-Men, Marvelous X-Men number 5, so it's now DC 9, Marvel 6. Coming in at number 16 is The Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 7, so now it's DC 9, Marvel 7. At number 17, we have Venom number 15. It's DC 9, Marvel 8. At number 18, we have The Superior Spider-Man number 7. It's Marvel and DC tied at 9. And at number 19, we have X-Force number 9. It is now Marvel 10, DC 9. And topping off the countdown at number 20 is The Umbrella Academy number 7. It's now Marvel 10, DC 9, and Image Comics 1. Wow. Wow, it's almost like DC wanted to lose. It's like they really tried. They almost had it and then completely... So I expanded. I went and I wanted to see what would happen if I went to the full page, because usually on the best list for Comixology it holds 24, and it goes like this. At number 21 it would have been Red Hood and the Outlaws. So okay, they're tied again. Champions at number 22 would come in. So okay, Marvel is winning by 1, and then Invaders comes up, and yep, they're winning by 2, and then Hawkman. So Marvel still would have won by 1. It's a solid win. But wow, yeah, like I said, this was DC's to lose, and they definitely lost it. But they did own that top 5. I've got to keep pointing that out. Take that how you will, though. Anyway, gang, that is this week's countdown. What do you think? What did you think that's too high? And you're like, what? People should be buying this book. Why is that book way too high? Why is this book way too low? Let me know in the comments below. Like, I'll tell you right off, that Hawkman should be way up. That should be a top 10 book right next to Immortal Hulk. Everybody's going off on how good Immortal Hulk is, while Venditti is just killing it on Hawkman, dude. Seriously, check it out. It's a great book, and it's definitely not getting the love it deserves. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Don't forget to click like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Make sure your notifications are on, because YouTube has decided to screw everybody over on this one and changed everything. So if you don't ring the bell and make sure your notifications are on, you're not getting notified. Also, speaking of YouTube screwing everybody over, go on over to Patreon or to Ko-Fi and help support this channel here if you do like the content. We also have an Amazon shop, and I do commissions. So if you go over to Ko-Fi, you can say, hey, I want a video done about this character or about this comic. There you go. That's available as well. Thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.